Good evening to all our viewers around the world. I will be starting tonight. Say something is in the Bible. Acts 19, 11, 12. God did extraordinary miracles through Paul, so that even handkerchiefs and aprons that have touched him were taken to the sick, and they aliens were cured, and the evil spirit left them. With this, we will start our show tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Julio Antonio del Marmol, the Cuban Lightning.
Good evening. I will be talking about how easy it is to convert a great and beautiful nation as this country into a totalitarian regime, socialist state, where is no freedom and no mercy for anyone. Broken promise, a huge lie is being sold to many people around the world, ending with extremely bad, sour taste in their mouth. Freeing those countries try to bring their family out of that misery and sometimes die in the process. I tell you this from the bottom of my heart, not because I read it in the book, not because somebody told me. I saw when I'm 12 years old in Cuba how the Castro elite planned to convert that beautiful island, what before the revolution come to be the most prosperous country in the whole America, where the Cuban peso worth 3 cents more than the dollar. And as I said before in my previous shows, don't believe nothing that what I say or anyone say. Matter of fact, please do your homework, check what I say, and if it make any sense to you, just press a little attention to what I'm saying. That maybe can save your life, your freedom, and your family, and your country, and the rest of the world. Because one by one, we all together can conquer this evil.
With God, my love, everything is possible in life. Even the most difficult things can be done. Let's give another chance to our relation, just a memory to a great love in the past, and keep the memories forever in our hearts. And with God, we will survive.
This evil come to you, unfortunately, with false promise. And those false promises being spread by lies, that you will have free scholarship, you will have free milk, like a Castro promised to the Cuban people in their faces in the kitchen, what is almost impossible, and once you have refrigeration in those pipes. But people believe anything, unfortunately, because whatever they think is going to be for free, it will be blessing. It's not. This is not really something as blessing at all. You see this cloth here? This cloth here is one of the pieces that what some people call it good luck, some other people call it good charm. I call it my connection with Christ. This little cloth having wrapped sometime this way in my pocket, sometime in my wallet, sometime under my pillow. It's been following me all my life. Something similar to this is being bring with me all the time. And people say you are superstitious. I'm not. I'm a scientist. I have a PhD in genetics. But my experience tell me it's a supreme being. And that supreme being, as I told you, ladies and gentlemen, in the past show, it's been with me in my back all my life. I don't believe in something as utopical, something as a pipe dream. You get all the information and you verify that information. You don't take information and just assume that all is true. You come to be a fool if you do that, because you ended in a situation what we, many millions of people around the world, ended for bad information they've been receiving from different sources. And they believe it, and they follow those ideas. And those ideas, socialist, communist, fascist, Nazis, they're all the same. They're all separated by just a single hair. I just want to let you know tonight how simple, no matter what, how much protection you have from God, and how much you great feelings are, you can be detoured for those wrong informations that you receive from bad, evil people. But you have to educate yourself. God say, I protect those, protect themselves. You have to do your diligence. As I say in all the shows before, I'm going to bring the key to you to success, to happiness, and to protect your family, your country, and the rest of the world. So you want to use the key. You don't want to use that key and you want to put it in the drawer and forget about that key not going to produce anything to you. And the key I promise, and I tell you, I'm going to give to you, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit tonight, is the key to knowledge. The key to know how the torment is coming. Before that hurricane reach your house and blow your windows away and your roof away and your family drown, if you know that hurricane came, you either reinforce the roof, you board those windows, or you get out to that place, like many millions of Cubans did in Cuba. Abandoning the Cuba in the right time, they saved their family and they saved themselves. Well, what I'm telling you tonight is because I see with tremendous worry how close this country get right now. I'm not a politician, like I said before, but I see the influence, the tremendous influence, the negative influence, the division the communists use in between us to separate us and make us weak. It's being corrupted slowly, the foundations to this country. It's been separating people by race, by ideologies, by even town of origin. You know, somebody born in Chicago, they start to discriminate or not feeling comfortable with people from California, or vice versa. That is the way they win their battle. And unfortunately, if you don't have that knowledge to protect yourself, you will lose eventually all what you work in your life. You will lose also the love for God, because they not only not only prohibited to you looking at God as a supreme being. To them, they are atheists and they don't believe in no God or nothing. That is how they conquer your heart. Make you believe there's nothing out there. You just here with a mission to just conquer the world and spread this disease all over the world. I want to talk to you about a little bit how many times these people try to silence me. 56 times they want to put me down. And we actually have a little clip that we probably show in the show about how they put a bomb in one of the attempts in my life, the last attempt, the 56th attempt, and almost succeed in that attempt and kill me and clean me out of their path, because they don't want me here, not today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, talking to you about these things. That I represent to them the worst enemy, because what can be the worst for somebody is lying. Somebody tried to sell you a broken car. Well, the worst is that individual is smart enough to use that key to that knowledge I just give you tonight or yesterday or tomorrow, and bring a mechanic, do the due diligence, check that car, and discover that in that car, maybe it will last maybe 50, maybe 100 miles, and it's going to break down in pieces. Of course, that is exactly what that person tried to sell you, that false dream, don't want. You want that mechanic far away from you, that way he can fulfill their fraud to you and sell you that car, but it's not going to be useful for you at all. And rob you out of your money, out of your trust and everything. Well, that is the case in my scenario here. I bring to you the truth. I bring to you my experience. I bring to you tonight, and will be until I die, the facts, how these people operate, how these people grow, and how these people spend all over the world. Unfortunately, some people don't want to hear. Some people don't want to see. To those people, I tell them, be prepared, because you will have a very, very sad reality right in your face not too long from now. And you better start to prepare yourself now, because we all together can stop these liars, thieves, cheaters, to bring despair and agony not only to your family, to your country, and to the rest of the world. There's no place to go anymore. Believe me, this is the most beautiful country we ever have. You don't know how many people laid their life for your freedom. Sometimes we don't even appreciate it. We're too busy in a daily routine to survive. And we forgot those sacrifices those great people be make in our behalf. You turn is now. Listen to me, please. You turn is now. You turn to defend what we have is now. Don't wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow will be probably too late. And you have to use that knowledge I'm going to put in your hands to detect those people a mile away, to see how they want to corrupt and destroy a society, how they do it. And when you see those signals, it's exactly as a doctor see your symptoms and detect the disease. You will be able to tell before anybody else how they work, how they doing it, how they prepare the ground, like a farmer prepare the ground to plant the seed. And then you're going to come and destroy that seed and that ground because you don't want that weed growing there. They're going to infect your country, your life, and the rest of the world. I just have in my heart only, if you have to be honest with you tonight, the sadness to see how this been grow slowly for many years. I came into this country in 1971, October, to be exactly. The months where we get in now. In that months, I never dreamed in my life to see an individual, member to the Communist Party, that they kill so many millions of people around the world running for the president of this country. I never think at that time, when I swim about Cuba, I escaped Cuba after 10 years of being undetected a spy inside to the Castro's office. No, I don't have no other alternative. I had to live that way and abandon my family. But I never dreamed coming to this country and see the same disease spread the way it's been spread in the past years, so quickly. And of course, take time and take dedication, and it take big effort and a huge amount of monies in order to accomplish that. And that is exactly what they've been doing, making a big investment, because this is the richest country in the world. We live in a privileged environment. Even the most poor people in this country is the envied to anybody around the world. Because in some countries in the world, even Cuba now, don't even have toilet paper. They don't have the most outrageous fresh necessities to cover day by day. And we take that as it's nothing. When we learn to appreciate what we have, then we will know and appreciate what the really valuable country we live in. I want to once more ask to you tonight, and as I asked yesterday and I will ask tomorrow until I die, to please unify. Please don't press attention to these false promises. Please don't let these people rip God and Jesus Christ out of your heart. Because I never forget the last Christmas I spent in Cuba, where we actually cooking a little piece of pork, and we put in sugar in that pork, because sugar eliminates the odor in the pork, and that way the neighbors don't know what we cooking. Because the fear to the neighbors denounce us to the government, and because we had a pork and we're not supposed to have a pork because they rational everything, and when somebody got pork, you got the smell all over the block because everybody cooking the same. When you get the little ration, when you cooking pork in the middle of the week when you don't supposed to, you know, you getting contraband. What they call it, contraband. And they can put you in jail for 10 years because you buy a small piece of the pork in contraband where it costs you maybe $200 to celebrate Christmas. we had to be celebrating Christmas as a thief in the night, hiding. I never forget how somebody knocking on our door, and my wife run to the patio with the pot, almost burning his hand, and put it in the planter, and put the stuff in the planter and top to the pot. That way, if he has the commit to the defense to the revolution, as they call it in every neighborhood in Cuba, they don't catch us red hand with the little pot, the pork in the kitchen. Finally, when we answered the door, it's a friend of mine, and we, after that, laugh, because how we can live in a country where we cannot even eat a little piece of meat or pork that we actually buy ourselves, because it's a Christian holiday, first of all, and you're not supposed to celebrate it. And second, you can have not pork in that day because it's not supposed to, because it's not in the quote for that particular week. And you say, what kind of life is this? And this is a life that these individuals, these politicians, these revolutionaries, these world savers, anti-capitalist, they criticize the plenty the people have in here and the poor showing homeless in the streets. But what they never say to people is everybody is a homeless in there, practically. Some people having even a roof in the head, they are homeless because they don't have the essential things they need, any human being need to live day by day. And that is what we fight, to take the dictator. That is what we, son and my family, die for, fighting the revolution. That is what my father gave you all the money he earned with the hard sweat to the revolution to get rid of the dictator and the bad people. Well, we ended with somebody 3,000 times worse, the communists.
I return to Havana with sadness in my heart, in my usual disguise. Of course, I cannot believe my eyes. I saw in the dark alley the Havana gentleman of Paris, now homeless, with filthy clothing, begging for a piece of bread on the sidewalk. I was surprised that he recognized me. He looked at my face, and said to me, Mr. Lightning, have you returned to help us? I put $200 bills in his cab. You for begging, that break my heart. To my surprise, he returned them to me. He said to me, oh, what I want is our freedom, nothing ours. That is what I am begging for, Mr. Lightning. I look at him and replied, with tears in my eyes, I know, I've been working on that now for longest time. I promise, my friend, I will try harder the next time.
And they never call themselves communist, they call socialist. And for the grace of God, remember something. Socialist is the hallway to the communist. It's nothing more. They cannot call it communist anymore. They don't even dare to call it socialist. Now they call it progress or progress. In other words, they keep on changing names because the lie, you cannot only stretch it for too long. Eventually, the lie blow up in your face. That is the only thing I ask you tonight. Is the only thing you can trust always is Jesus Christ and God. And with the power to Jesus Christ and God, you will have the knowledge and you will have every single tool you need to survive. And I guarantee you, that is the only one never will betray you. Jesus Christ, God, is forever. Any political system is just temporary. You have a great evening and great life. And I hope you coming to be a part of what we're doing, a crusade, to keep and enlightening people, the truth and the facts. Some of those truth and facts are in my books. I got 10 books in the market. I don't suggest to you read all the books. I suggest to you to read, starting with the zipper, and then go to Cuba, Russian roulette of the world, what they are, the vivid examples, the key to you to know how you're going to handle that torment coming in your way. After you read that experience that I have and go through myself, you actually will have the opportunity to survive as I've been surviving 56 attempts in my life. Jesus Christ will be behind you. I guarantee you that, as being behind me. Good night, and I hope that you part of our crusade. I put my heart in your heart tonight. Good night, and may Jesus be with you.